Get ready for the action, because the Arizona Diamondbacks are facing off against the Chicago Cubs after Ildemaro Vargas delivered a massive 4-hit game. Vargas has been on fire, racking up 6 home runs and 21 RBIs in his recent performance, setting the stage for a huge matchup tonight. We break down everything you need to know about this intense rivalry game.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we dive into the bullpen situation surrounding the Chicago Cubs. We ask the big question, can Carl Edwards Jr. be the key piece to the Cubs' bullpen woes? We look at trade suggestions, the impact of Pedro Ramirez's explosion, and the tough realities facing the team heading into this series against the Diamondbacks. Now, let's talk about the pitching matchup between Ryne Nelson and Shota Imanaga. We analyze the numbers, looking at Nelson's rough start with a 7.71 ERA and Imanaga's performance, especially considering his recent struggles. We break down why this specific pitching duel is going to be a real battle. Finally, we look at the full lineup and the key players involved in this Diamondbacks versus Cubs showdown, including the performance of Nico Hoerner and the rising role of Matt Shaw. Don't miss a second of this intense baseball action. Stay with us for the full breakdown. Noi Dung Kai Tight. The Arizona Diamondbacks are set to face the Chicago Cubs in a matchup this Saturday, following a significant performance from Ildemaro Vargas, who recorded 4 hits on Friday. The contest pits the Diamondbacks, currently sitting at 16-15 and 3rd in the NL West, against the Cubs, who lead the NL Central with a 2012 record. The game is scheduled for 1:20 p.m. CDT in Chicago. /N/N pitching projections indicate a competitive contest. For the Diamondbacks, Ryne Nelson is projected for a start, with a 1-2 record, a 7.71 ERA, a 1.52 WHIP, and 24 strikeouts. The Cubs will rely on Shota Imanaga, projected for a strong outing with a 2-2 record, a 3.15 ERA, a low 0.87 WHIP, and 38 strikeouts. /N/the betting line favors the Chicago Cubs, with odds set at -168, while the Diamondbacks are listed at +142. The total run line is set at 7.12 runs for the over/under. /N/N offensively, the Cubs boast a collective slugging percentage of .425, ranking them 5th in MLB. Key Cubs performers include Nico Hoerner, who leads the team with a .297 batting average, accumulating 9 doubles and 4 home runs. Seiya Suzuki is also on the rise, hitting 14 for 36 over the last 10 games with 5 home runs and 7 RBI. /N/N for the Diamondbacks, Ildemaro Vargas is leading the team with a strong .404 batting average, complemented by 6 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 4 walks, and 21 RBIs. Nolan Arenado has also contributed recently, hitting 13 for 32 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the last 10 games. /N/N recent form shows contrasting results. The Cubs have won their last 10 games 7-3, posting a .279 batting average and a 5.32 ERA, outscoring opponents by 2 runs. Conversely, the Diamondbacks have struggled, going 3-7 in their last 10 outings with a .273 batting average and a 7.86 ERA, trailing opponents by 28 runs. /N/N injuries remain a factor for both clubs. The Cubs are dealing with several absences, including Ethan Roberts, Daniel Palensha, Riley Martin, Hunter Harvey, and others on various injury lists. The Diamondbacks also face significant roster challenges, with multiple players like Carlos Santana, Jordan Lawler, and Corbin Burns on various injury designations. /N this Saturday marks the second time these two teams will meet this season, setting the stage for another pivotal divisional clash. Chicago Cubs are navigating a critical juncture, facing questions about their bullpen stability and offensive strength as they prepare for upcoming series. Speculation centers on whether Carl Edwards Jr. can be the key to resolving bullpen issues, though analysts suggest it might be a stretch. Concerns remain about maintaining offensive output while the pitching staff faces challenges. While Pedro Ramirez has contributed, more significant changes are being discussed, including potential trade scenarios involving prospects and a 26-man piece. Looking ahead, the Cubs have an important stretch ahead, facing a 4-game series against the Diamondbacks. Headlines point to Ian Happ's career-best on-base streak and the challenge of keeping the team focused despite the pressure. The team is also evaluating roster moves, with discussions around potential upgrades, including links to the Los Angeles Angels. Offensively, Nico Hoerner is emerging as a breakout star, on pace for a significant home run and RBI season. Ian Happ continues to drive production, riding a 22-game on-base streak. The team is also examining the impact of recent trade discussions, such as the potential swap involving Alex Bregman, whose influence on the offense is a subject of debate. Pitching depth is also being addressed, with reports indicating the Cubs are sending Colin Rea, Shota Imanaga, and Matthew Boyd to the mound against the Diamondbacks as starters look to rebound, while the bullpen requires support. Meanwhile, the team is confronting internal dynamics, including reports on player accountability and off-field incidents involving players like Dalton Rushing. Manager Craig Counsell has emphasized the importance of embracing struggles to bring the team together, referencing the use of Mallert in team moments. The team also benefits from a strong pinch-hitting situation, boasting a high number of pinch-hit appearances. The focus shifts to the Arizona Diamondbacks facing the Chicago Cubs in a critical matchup, with recent performance and pitching matchups dominating the pregame analysis. The Diamondbacks enter this contest looking to bounce back after a recent 6-5 loss to the Cubs. A key vulnerability for Arizona lies with starting pitcher Ryan Nelson, who enters the game with a 1-2 record and a 7.71 ERA across 6 starts. In contrast, the Chicago Cubs are bolstered by Shota Imanaga, who has demonstrated strong form with a 2-2 record and a 3.15 ERA over 6 appearances. Offensively, the Chicago Cubs present a significant advantage, ranking near the top of the league with a .777 OPS and averaging 5.5 runs per game. The Arizona Diamondbacks are solid offensively, ranking 9th with a .726 OPS and averaging 4.7 runs per game. While Arizona possesses the capability to keep the game competitive, analysts point to Nelson's recent struggles as the primary concern. Nelson allowed 14 runs in his last 5.5 innings against the San Diego Padres and Toronto Blue Jays, a worrying trend heading into a matchup against a disciplined Chicago lineup. The assessment suggests the Cubs are significantly superior to both previous opponents, leading to expectations that Chicago will secure the victory. The recommended bet for the Diamondbacks versus Cubs matchup points toward the Chicago moneyline at -160, which is available with further betting options to -180. The Chicago Cubs are navigating lineup adjustments and pitching considerations as they face the Arizona Diamondbacks. Following the series opener, Nico Hoerner will sit out the second game against Arizona, reportedly due to neck tightness. While Hoerner has established himself as a top leadoff threat, manager Craig Counsell anticipates he will miss only 1 or 2 games as he recovers. His absence is a significant blow, given his recent performance, where he has hit only .203 with a .598 OPS this season. In the absence of Hoerner, the lineup sees key shifts. Moises Ballesteros is slated to hit second for the 4th consecutive game, and Alex Bregman will bat third for the 3rd straight outing, maintaining a solid performance with 4 hits in his last 3 games. At second base, Matt Shaw will step up, starting his 3rd game at the position this season, a role he has taken on despite his prior preference for the outfield, demonstrating improved consistency with 22 hits and 10 RBIs. Looking at the offensive landscape, Ildemaro Vargas, a journeyman and former Cub, is currently the hottest hitter in baseball, aiming to extend his hitting streak to 25 games. Meanwhile, Shota Imanaga is coming off a disappointing start, allowing 5 earned runs and 3 walks against a strong Dodgers lineup. Despite the struggles, Imanaga has shown impressive metrics, recording a 40.1% chase rate and a career-high 28.6% strikeout rate, utilizing a 3-pitch arsenal effectively. The matchup for Imanaga against the Diamondbacks presents a mixed scenario. While the D-backs lineup is known for aggressive hitting, they are not overly patient. Furthermore, they are not a team that racks up high strikeout totals, allowing contact to be put in play consistently, which aligns with Imanaga's tendency to allow hard contact. The Cubs' batters are positioned to capitalize, with Ryan Nelson showing an uncharacteristically rough start, posting a 7.71 ERA and giving up 14 runs in his last 2 outings, despite possessing a high-velocity fastball. Nelson remains a seasoned starter, suggesting he will not be easily rattled by a slow start to the season.